everyone. Today I thought about talking to you about medicine and my experience with the MS medications. And since it doesn't make me too happy, I actually decided to talk about something that really made me happy and makes me happy every time I really think about it. So I would like to share with you my experience that I had at Kennedy Krieger. I'm sure I confused a lot of you naming Kennedy Krieger Institute because, well, it's actually a children's hospital. So I guess I should have made sure to really explain better and tell you that I went to the Spinal Cord Injury Center, which might confuse you even more because I don't have, spinal cord injury. But there is a center over there that opened 2 years ago, and they actually decided to accept people that have MS or TM, so other neurological problems. And so I was lucky enough to go there. I mentioned it before in my other videos, and it was an incredible experience, and I really want to share it with everybody because I think it's really good to know about this place. And so if you have any problems with your spinal cord, and if you have TM or MS, I would suggest learning more about this center and see what they can do for you. Of course, if you live in the area, this place is in Baltimore, right, next door to Johns Hopkins. It's sort of in the compound. They put all of the buildings that really belong to Johns Hopkins. And it's, again, a children's hospital. It is a different institution, though. It doesn't belong to Johns Hopkins, but of course they do a lot of work together. They collaborate on a lot of the research. And they actually offer a lot of help, not only to children, but actually to adults too. So if you have problems, if you are in a wheelchair, or if you have trouble walking, or if you have, again, yes, MS and TM, you can definitely go there and they will help you. If you live in Baltimore or near the center, near Baltimore, outside areas, you can go there every day or whatever schedule they put you on. But I live in Connecticut, so of course I had to stay in an hotel to be able to do this. What do? They try to give you 2 weeks of time, again, because you don't live in the area, so they can't do it over time. I mean, if you would like to live in Baltimore for more than 2 weeks, I'm sure that they could really help you for a longer period of time. But I did it for 2 weeks, and they do call it intense rehabilitation. Of course, like I explained to you, I had last year an attack where I really wasn't walking very well, and I was left with this sort of limp that seems to come out when I get tired, and some difficulty walking depending on the days. And this year in July I had this happening again during another attack. So I definitely needed help to get stronger and definitely needed help to get better, to try to get better. So I decided to ask for it. I asked Dr. Greenberg and said, could I please go there? Now, the research was done by me because, like I said, I'm somebody that looks at everything and wants to learn about everything. So I actually did a lot of the research myself, and a long time ago, like I kind of knew that I was going to need it one day. I'm not really sure how that happened, but thanks to the internet, amazing tool really to learn a lot of different things. I really went, the MS Society allowed me to get to know Dr. Calabresi and Greenberg and everybody else and get to know Johns Hopkins and what the hospital does. But in this case, I was very happy to be able to check another website. The TM is transverse myelitis, and they have an association. And the association and Project Restore at Johns Hopkins actually meet every 2 years, and they create a symposium, a medical symposium, where all the different diseases, the rare diseases, are presented, and where they talk about different things and research going on and the things that people need to do. And it's really very, very important. Well, I found the website, and through the website I hear these people speaking. I see the symposium on the internet, and it's one of the most amazing, most interesting things that I can really watch. And so I learned a ton from it, and I found out that, again, about Kennedy Krieger. And I saw one scientist, I heard this speech, and again, I was touched so much that I said, I want to go there one day. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be this soon. I have to admit that. I really thought that I was going to have many more years of health and that I wasn't going to experience problems with mobility so soon. but I did. And that was good that I knew this place already. So I was able to ask Dr. Greenberg and say, could you please send me there? And he did. But the fact is, the person that I heard speaking during that speech on the internet, during that, from the 2006 symposium, which was done in Baltimore, is John McDonald. And he's actually a pretty amazing person in my mind, because he has an amazing history. And he's been incredible. He really believes in rehabilitation. He believes in not giving up on people that are in wheelchairs, not giving up on them at all. Actually make them work out, make them stronger, make them really healthier. And I know it sounds really weird, and I keep on confusing all of you. I just mentioned that people in wheelchairs are exercising. How can they do that if they can't really move? Well, it's a combination of things. They believe in electrical stimulation, first thing, and they have special bikes that these people are sort of put against. They are actually working with this bike, on this bike, and thanks to the electrical stimulation, they're actually able to move. So it was just an incredible experience to be able to see people that I know cannot move otherwise, and be able to make their bones stronger, be able to have a better circulation, better blood, better everything, really. And so they have less infections, they have less problems, and they become stronger. So it was really amazing for me to be there, surrounded by all these people. And again, I know that people with TM and people with MS are accepted there too. So you can be helped even if you have these diseases. I just really would like to say that Dr. McDonald believes in exercise, believes in rehabilitation. Most of the times when you have an accident or something went wrong with your spinal cord, what happens is you have your rehabilitation probably for, I don't know, 6 months maybe, sometimes less, I'm not really sure, but it's not a very long time, and they sort of give up on you. And but this program doesn't. This program says you can exercise for forever, and you have a way to really get your health back in some other ways. You can really better your body in so many ways. And since I truly believe that, and Dr. Greenberg knows how much I'm not crazy about the medications, but how I believe in the exercise, the eating better, and doing things naturally, he thought I was going to really be happy in the place, and that I was going to be surrounded by the right people. So he felt very comfortable at telling me, yes, you should go, and you should get your rehabilitation over there. So I absolutely admire Dr. McDonald, like I said, and I was able to meet him, which made my day. It just came in, and the first words out of his mouth were for everybody. He was just talking to everybody, work hard. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I believe in. We gotta work hard, and it's very hard, especially depending on what type of attack you had. But it was just amazing. He came in and said hi, simple smile, but pretty much said, do your best, work hard. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. So that was an incredible meeting. Absolutely loved the experience. I was able to shake his hand. I was able to say really what I think about him, and what I feel for what he believes in. And it was something that I will never forget. Then my experience over there was incredible, because I didn't really believe that I could do so much. And that experience allowed me to see that I can be pretty strong, and I can become a lot stronger. The first week was kind of tough, I have to admit it, and everybody there knows it. I never considered myself an athlete, or oh my goodness, I really wasn't, and I'm not. But that experience really changed my mind a little bit about it, because I've done things that I didn't really think that I was able to do. So the first week I had 3 different people that helped me, 3 different physical therapists, and they were all incredible. I mean, they explained everything, they answered to all my questions, which are always many, and they were able really they used actually the electrical stimulation on me too, even if I was able to move by myself. And it worked, and it helped, definitely. It just my body, again, it's something coming out, it's not 100% natural, let's say, and my body didn't react 100% the way I expected it, but it definitely did help.